This is Hope Channel Zambia, television that changes lives. We're glad to welcome you to our news desk today. Let's take a look at stories making headlines. Bilateral ties between Zambia and Turkey cherished. African youths urged to abstain from illicit behaviors. Minimum wage for non-unionized and vulnerable workers adjusted upwards effective January 2024. And 33,000 animals in Kazungola to be vaccinated against anthrax. Plus, in religious news, the church donates goods worth over 10,000 kwacha to the needy in Monze district of Southern Province. These stories plus more coming up shortly. Do stay with us.
Are you ready to unlock a world of opportunities? Look no further than Wansanje Travel and Tourism Institute. At Wansanje, we offer a passport to international recognition through a wide range of courses in various fields. Choose from our courses in travel and tourism, business administration, hospitality management, computer science and cybersecurity, entrepreneurship, food production, electrical, graphic designing, computer studies, and many more. With our expert faculty and state-of-the-art facilities, you will gain the skills you need to excel in your chosen field. For further inquiries, call us on 0211-220-286 or 0977-603389 or visit us in person at Kenneth Kaunda House, Cairo Road, next to the Bank of Zambia. You can also reach out to us via email at wtticollege@gmail.com. Wansanje Travel and Tourism Institute is registered with the VETA and ICM, ensuring the high standards of education and recognition. Don't wait. Come and excel with us today at Wansanje Travel and Tourism Institute.
Thank you. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Bright SINKOZI with the details. George KALIMUKWA is our sign language interpreter. Government says it will continue enjoying the bilateral ties with the Turkish government as it has brought development in the two countries from time immemorial. Speaking during the official opening of the third session of the Zambia-Turkey political consultations, Ministry of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation Permanent Secretary Tambuyu Gandesen said Zambia has continued to enjoy the economic peace and security that the two countries share. Ms. Gandesen disclosed that the two countries have worked together and achieved a number of developments in the livestock, investment and agricultural sectors, among others. She said the Zambian government is optimistic that the political consultations held today will contribute to the economic growth of Zambia's government and both governments. And Turkish Deputy Foreign Affairs Minister Ahmet Yildiz says his government is happy with the number of strides that it has made in Zambia. Mr. Yildiz said a lot of Turkish investments have created jobs in Zambia, which is benefiting the two countries.
We are therefore pleased to note the progress in our bilateral cooperation with a number of Turkish companies investing in Zambia, especially in the sectors of construction, energy, agriculture, tourism, and telecommunications. It is also encouraging that following the first political consultations in 2013, a number of agreements in key areas such as agriculture, investment, livestock and fisheries, tourism and education have been finalized. It is also gratifying that Turkish Airlines has resumed flights between our two countries. This will facilitate and boost tourism, trade, investment, and other forms of cooperation.
We have been following with interest the recent introduction of Turkish products into the Zambian market. Turkish investments in Zambia have also generated employment opportunities for many people. The doubling of our bilateral trade volume from 2021 to 2022 is outstanding. However, As Permanent Secretary expressed, I also strongly believe that there is an untapped potential. Taking into consideration the real potential of our economic cooperation, we think that the volume is still far below the desired level. We aim to maintain and further advance.
Minister of Youth, Sport and Arts, Elvis Sinkandu, has urged young people in Africa to desist from engaging themselves in illicit behavior such as alcohol and drug abuse. Mr. Nkandu says youths have the potential to change the world to become a better place by engaging themselves into activities that will foster development in Africa as a continent. He says youths have brilliant ideas that have immensely contributed to the development of the continent. Mr. Nkandu said Africa is looking up to youths, for they are the leaders today and not tomorrow. He was speaking during the Drug Alcohol Abuse Youth Forum organized by the African Union. Over 100 youths representing different African countries are in attendance.
Drugs has been rising exponentially with the corresponding increase in the number of people with drug use disorders, including our young people. Distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen, the challenge that confronts us is how to unleash the potential and power of youth to spur our continent's development strategies. We have to harness our demographic dividend by producing youth vulnerability and maximizing human capital. Therefore, this forum is testament that the African Union and our leaders believe in the youth, that they have a huge role to play in drug use prevention. Further, there is potential to develop collaborative partnerships with adults so that our communities can benefit from the contributions, ideas, and energies of the young people gathered here today. As someone once said, young people are not problems, but can be important problem solvers. You are not only giving us problems, but we can also use you to solve some of the problems that has engulfed our continent. And this really depends on how you want to be used. If you can be used as a problem solver, you can also be used as a drug trafficker. So it depends on what really adds value to this continent or to your respective countries. So it is important that we do the right thing.
Government has adjusted upwards the minimum wages for the year 2024 for domestic workers, shop workers and other general sector effective January 2024. Labour and Social Security Minister Brenda Tambatamba, speaking during a press briefing, said the adjustment was approved by Cabinet that sat on the 30th of October 2023. Ms. Tambatamba said the upward adjustments are evidence-based after vigorous research and consultations with various public and private stakeholders. She further said that the minimum wages and conditions of service are only applicable to non-unionized and vulnerable workers in all sectors of society. Meanwhile, United Federation of Employers of Zambia, UFE's President Humphrey Monde said employers in his association are willing to comply with the new order and that the Federation will sensitize other employers in far-flung areas.
The approved minimum wages are as follows. For domestic workers, the current basic salary is 1,100 kwacha. Approved transport addition is 200 kwacha. Therefore, the total approved gross is or stands at 1,300 kwacha. For shopkeepers, grade 1, from 1,487 to 2,313 kwacha. For grade 1, drivers, sales assistants and packers, 1,801, 98 ingwe to 2,722 kwacha, 57 ingwe. Grade 3, 2,121.35 ingwe to 3,137 kwacha, 75 ingwe. Grade 4, bicycle assemblers, checkout operator and typist, 2,296 kwacha, 89 ingwe to now 3,365 kwacha, 96 ingwe. Grade 5, dispatch clerk, salesperson, 2,680.92 ngwe to 3,865 kwacha, 20 ngwe. Grade 6, audio visual equipment repairer and machine operator, from 2,861 kwacha, 10 ngwe to 4,099 kwacha, 43 ngwe. Grade 7, credit controller, supervisor, from 3,142 kwacha, 26 ingwe to 4,464 kwacha, 94 ngwe.
Government says Zambia falls short of necessary numbers of scientists to significantly impact the economy. Speaking when officially opening the 2023 STEM Bootcamp, Minister of Technology and Science, Felix Mutati, in a speech read on his behalf by the Permanent Secretary in his ministry, Dr. Brilliant Habenzo, said the number of scientists and researchers per population is low, as seen in the preliminary results research and development survey, and has since called on girls in schools to also participate in STEM-related fields. Mr. Mutati said government under the leadership of President Hakainde Hichilema remains committed in supporting science and technology innovations, as it will help develop the industry. Meanwhile, member of the Government Council from the Zambian Academy of Science, Dr. Angela Bwaria, has encouraged girls to venture into science as it can help to develop the country. She said her institution will help promote the growth of science in the country, for it does not only benefit the society but the industry as a whole. Louisa Simonga now reports.
But in the 2023 Science Week March Past, the March Past, which was aimed at commemorating the 2023 National Science Week, led to the official opening of the 2023 STEM Bootcamp at the Zambia National STEM Foundation Hub. The STEM Bootcamp, which was organized by the National Science and Technology Council, Zambia National STEM Foundation, and Zambia Academy of Science, is themed Breaking Barriers and Building Smart Partnership. Speaking during the official opening of the STEM Bootcamp, Minister of Science and Technology, Honorable Felix Mutati, who was represented by the Permanent Secretary, Dr. Brilliant Habenzo, said government will remain committed in supporting science and technology.
Still falls short of necessary numbers of scientists to significantly impact the economy. The number of scientists and researchers per capita per population is low, as seen from the preliminary results from national R&D survey, which shows that the number of researchers per million inhabitants in Zambia is low, currently standing at about 52. The government, under the leadership of the President of Zambia, Mr. Hakainde Hichilema, remains committed to supporting the growth of science, technology, and innovation through the creation of an enabling environment such as, number one, putting in place the science, technology, and science policy, development of the technology and innovation strategy, commitment to signing the SADC Charter on Women in Science, Engineering, and Technology Organization.
Meanwhile, Member of Government Council from Science Academy, Dr. Angela Bwalia, has called on girls in schools to also venture into science and technology.
When you educate a woman or a girl child, you educate a family and you educate a nation. And as Zambia Academy of Science, we are really proud to be part of this Science Week, and we are really in support of the girl child and the young ones who are venturing into science.
The STEM Bootcamp is aimed at empowering 100 high school learners to be creative and innovative in science and technology. Louisa Smonga reporting for Hope News in Lusaka.
Let's now take a break. We have more stories on the other side. Do stay with us.
There is nothing quite like the thrill of catching your own fish. And at Papino Investments, we bring that experience to you. Papino Investments, the home of live fish, has everything you need to make your meals unforgettable.
It has a different taste, and that is why I enjoy coming to this place.
From live fish that you can catch for yourself to smoked fish, just chickens and beef, we have a wide range of products that will satisfy your shopping needs. And if you're looking for something else, we have a wide range of groceries to choose from, including Hope Channel decorders. At Papino Investments, payment is easy. You can pay with cash or use our mobile money services. Visit us today at Robert's Fish and Veggies Building, Challenge Market, Lusaka, or call us at 0955 108708 or 0976 543822 or 0965 691909. Papino Investments, the home of live fish.
Government, through the Ministry of Fisheries and Livestock, has commenced a massive vaccination campaign of cattle in Kazungola district against anthrax that has broken out in the area. Southern Province Fisheries and Livestock Coordinator Dr. Kawe Puta says 33,000 cattle will be vaccinated in Ewombwe and Sekaunzwe veterinary camps within Kazungola district. Dr. Puta noted that 33,000 doses of anthrax vaccine produced locally at the Central Veterinary Research Institute in Chilanga have been dispatched to the district. To this effect, awareness campaigns on anthrax have been accelerated by Breakthrough Zambia through the One Health project funded by the United States Agency for International Development under its Global Health Security Agenda. Lawrence Kabuto of NICE now reports.
Government, through the Ministry of Fisheries and Livestock, has commenced a massive vaccination campaign of cattle in Kazungola district against anthrax that has broken out in the area. Southern Province Fisheries and Livestock Coordinator Dr. Kawe Puta says that 3,000 cattle will be vaccinated in Wombwe and Sekaunzwe veterinary camps in Kazungola.
So far, we are going to vaccinate about 14,000 in Wombwe, then we are going to vaccinate about 19,000 in Sekaunzwe. We are targeting about 33,000 in Kazungola in general.
And Sekaunzwe veterinary assistant Mulemwa Nyambe says a well-organized vaccination program has been put in place where cattle are vaccinated in crows.
Of course, we are taking information about those that are recording illnesses, that are recording deaths, that those we are isolating them and doing them separately from the rest of the heads.
Meanwhile, Wombwe Ward Chairperson Phineas Chiwozu paid growing tribute to President Hakainde Hichilema's New Dawn administration for responding quickly to deliver vaccines to Kazungula.
Ingombe kuno zirafwa. Ino mboziri mukufwa ngombe. Twazoiya. Akubona kwamba kuti wambovurwazi obu buri mugushupa. Ngombe kuzwa burowa. Mumpemo mukanwa mane agusuro kumatako.
Awareness campaigns on anthrax have been accelerated by Breakthrough Zambia through the One Health project funded by the United States Agency for International Development under its Global Health Security Agenda. Reporting, Lawrence Kabutu in Kazungula, Southern Province.
Meanwhile, Choma Municipal Council Public Health Director Mujoga says anthrax disease is in cattle and humans should be fought collectively with other stakeholders as it is ravaging at a faster rate. Mr. Mujoga said this when he called on Breakthrough Action Zambia through the One Health project to continue supporting awareness campaigns to communities on diseases that affect both humans and wild and domestic animals. Mr. Mujoga was speaking when he closed a one-day training workshop in Joma district of Southern Province by Breakthrough Zambia through the One Health project funded by United States Agency for International Development under its Global Health Security Agenda. He implored government departments in the district to engage in a multi-sectoral approach in creating awareness of zoonotic diseases to communities and stakeholders, which includes the Ministry of Fisheries and Livestock, Health, Green Economy, Local Government, Home Affairs and Internal Security, have reaffirmed their commitment through multi-sectoral approach through One Health project to create awareness to communities on zoonotic diseases. Lawrence Kabutu once again reports.
Choma Municipal Council Public Health Director Muchoka says anthrax disease in cattle and humans should be fought collectively with other stakeholders as it is ravaging at a faster rate.
The animal disease around us, anthrax, is ravaging at a faster pace, and government alone might not be able to put up the interventions that it needs, especially finances, like it has come out in the workshop.
Mr. Muchoka said this when he called on Breakthrough Action Zambia to continue supporting awareness campaigns to communities on diseases that affect both humans and domestic animals.
We appreciate your efforts in the interventions that you are making to the One Health project. And for our colleagues in the One Health project, the team, let's embrace this project. And by embracing it, let's put in all our efforts in it so that even the partners can see that where they are throwing their money and their efforts, there is also some positive response.
Mr. Muchoka was speaking when he closed the one-day training workshop in Choma by Breakthrough Zambia through the One Health project funded by the United States Agency for International Development under its Global Health Security Agenda. He implored on government departments in the district to engage in a multi-sectoral approach in creating awareness of zoonotic diseases to the communities. Reporting, Lawrence Kabutu in Choma, Southern Province.
We now turn our focus to some religious news where Woodlands Conference President Dr. Daniel Junga has called for unity among support ministry singing groups in the constituency. Speaking during the Supporting Ministries Music Fellowship at Arakan Chapel last Sabbath, Dr. Junga told the groups that being a supporting group does not mean competition, but that they are there to complement one another in the work of evangelism. And Conference Supporting Ministry Director Pastor Ruben Muyonda has urged the groups to be self-supportive to the cause of God. Meanwhile, self-supporting ministries sponsor Elder Maliti Solochi has called on the groups to form cooperatives in order for them to access government funds and sustain their individual groups. Meboch Timbiti reports.
Woodlands Conference Self-Support Ministries on Saturday, 4th November 2023, held a special day to review how they have worked according to their core business, which is evangelism. The Seventh-day Adventist Church recognizes the contribution made by these singing groups. Woodlands Conference President Dr. Daniel Chunga has commended the supporting ministries for their contribution to the conference.
We are not in a competition. We are there as a complementary body to support God's work. So I want to urge you, friends, who are in the supporting ministries, you are doing a commendable job, and we want you to keep up with the spirit of being a supporting ministry.
Conference Executive Director Pastor Jonina Mwako, in his keynote sermon, has said the work of the support ministries is now needed more than ever before.
This hour, as we are closing as a history, we need each other more than ever before. We need the work of supporting ministries now more than ever before.
Conference Supporting Ministries Director Pastor Ruben Muyonda has charged the self-supporting singing groups to support God's work through their own means.
We don't want people that keep on traveling from place to place, asking for money and asking for assistance. The ladies who were traveling with Christ, according to the Bible record, they were traveling for the sole purpose of supporting the gospel work from their own means. So we want all supporting ministries to support God's work from their own means.
Supporting Ministries sponsor Elder Maliti Solochi has charged the self-supporting singing groups to be innovative and form a cooperative to sustain themselves.
Ministries should not just be formed for the sake of being a ministry. Ministries should be formed for the sole purpose of winning souls. And winning souls require sacrifice. Yes, sacrifice is what is required. You may not get the resources that you are looking for, but you may become business-minded ministries. If you form the cooperative of ministries, okay, because that way we can help you. How can you be helped? If what you are doing is completely ministry, then you can be helped by way of now giving you as a cooperative what you can use to raise money and run ministry, so that all of you at least can even have buses, can even have PA systems, can even have whatever you need, not as an individual, not as an individual ministry.
The conference leadership also welcomed back 3 licensed evangelists that had gone to preach the gospel in Namibia.
You can go to Namibia, then you can go to Tanzania. If you can go to Tanzania, you can cross the Atlantic, and if you can cross the Atlantic,
And finally, the Seventh-day Adventist Church in South Zambia Conference has donated assorted food items worth over 10,000 kwacha to the needy at Simuliampondo Shanti Compound in Monze South Mission District of Southern Province. This was during the combined Adventist community service held by Monze Central SDA Church in Monze South Mission District. Speaking during the donation, Elder in charge of Adventist Community Services, Elder Charles Dinda, said the church decided to donate to the community as part of the community service activities for the church. Elder Dinda said that the SDA Church exists for mission as reflected in the Gospel Commission. And speaking earlier, Monze Central Adventist Church Dorcas leader NLS Jiaba said the donation follows the successive crusade conducted in the area, which led to the discovery of the needy in society. Meanwhile, some beneficiaries have commended the Adventist Church for the timely donation to the needy. Mutinta Mwetwa now reports.
The Seventh-day Adventist Church in South Zambia Conference has donated assorted food items worth over 10,000 to the need in Monze South Mission District. This came to light during the combined Adventist community service held by Monze Central SDA Church in Monze South Mission District. Speaking at the same function, Elder in charge of Adventist community service, Charles Dinda, said the church decided to donate to the community as a community service. Elder Dinda added that the Seventh-day Adventist Church exists for mission as reflected in the Gospel Commission of I Will Go.
What you are seeing behind me is a distribution of mealie meal and cooking oil to some community members that have been identified in Simulia Mpondo area. So this Sabbath, Monze Central SDA Church decided to hold the Sabbath school and also the main service out here in Simulia Mpondo to conduct community service this year 2023. So we've had a total of 32 beneficiaries that were identified, and as you can see behind, they are being given mealie meal and also a bottle of cooking oil to each beneficiary. I want to thank Amo at Monze Central Church and also Dorcas Mothers, because the two organizations worked together to organize this community service, which has been so successful, and the community are very, very happy because they didn't expect to see this kind of contribution that has been given to them today.
And speaking earlier, Monze Central SDA Church Dorcas leader Endless Chiaba said her ministry was compelled to donate after a successful crusade conducted earlier, adding that there is great need to care for the need in society.
Twabola okuno kamboka muzezo mpati wa community service stroke evangelism twabola kwamba kuti tukahe ibana bogesu ibana buleya balo abali mugandishisha igwamba kuti babone luyando tujisi andumwe kulimbabo ulombo yawesu kwamba kuti mbulimbo tutonde ya luyando oku abwamwe tukabajitire mwena mbulimbo kwa litokuno okulombo yawesu mbulimu zezo wajikombero.
Meanwhile, beneficiaries of the donations have commended the Seventh-day Adventist Church for the timely donations to the need.
Ndimeka nunga minganja ndabotelwa maningi batoho yabusu asarati mame abayingihire kuma chechi ali onse sabuitume yahu kuzera yazizo ba chechi kufepa bakensakuli ninayo batembere na kina moyo mamfaya na tume yahu kuba chechi kamsereza baberekire
Reporting for Hope Channel News, we're from South Zambia Conference.
Our correspondent there, Mwetwa Mutinta, giving that report. At this point, would like also to encourage other communication leaders in various districts and congregations to utilize our email for sending your stories in order for us to showcase what your congregation and district is doing across the country. As we end the bulletin, let's recap on stories that made headlines. Bilateral government says it is enjoying the bilateral ties between Zambia and Turkey. African youths have been urged to abstain from illicit behavior, which include abuse of alcohol and other substances. The minimum wage for non-unionized and vulnerable workers have been adjusted effective January 2024. And 33,000 animals in Kazungula district are to be vaccinated against anthrax disease. And the church has donated goods worth over 10,000 kwacha to the needy in Monza district of Southern Province. I'm Bright SINKOZI on behalf of the entire studio and production team, and not forgetting our correspondents across the country. George KALIMUKWA has been our sign language interpreter. We're back tomorrow at the same time for yet another bulletin. God bless and bye for now.